Black people don't like me. I'm from Hollis, Queens, bro. I'm from the streets of New York City. I go to the streets of America everywhere, all over this country. I was raised by 5 black women, Joy. I have 9 nieces. I have 2 daughters. Everybody black. I still go home to Hollis. Black people don't like me? You sure? Walt Disney and HBCUs, when we start going on tours every year. We've been to Delaware State. We've been to Bethune-Cookman. We've been to Norfolk State. We've been to Winston-Salem State. We've been to Savannah State. Oh, yeah. We going to Texas Southern next month. We don't stop. And I said we. Because in concert with the very organization that I work for that you accused me of being paid by just to talk about white, just to talk nastiest things about black people. What about what I celebrate?
I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, with his commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
So we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith, man. Stephen A. Smith is currently crashing out over his blackness, man, because a lot of people have been calling him out recently over his political views, right? Because Stephen A. Smith has currently been playing both sides of the fence. And, a lot of people don't like that. Are you going to be on this side or are you going to be on the other side? And Stephen A. Smith refuses to pick a side, right? And that's the reason why a lot of people is calling him out. So if you guys don't know, remember when Stephen A. Smith gave his reaction to the ICE situation when Donald Trump made the statement and Stephen A. Smith was talking about how he watched the video and he came to his own conclusion and he had defended the woman in that situation, pretty much calling out the ICE agent. And then in that same breath, he had defended the ICE agent and called out the woman. So it's like, all right, yo, at some point you got to pick a side with this because this doesn't make sense. How can you defend the ICE agent and then defend a woman in that situation as well? You got to stand 10 toes somewhere.
That's their position. Now, let me say this. I watched it 5 times. In this part, where the president talks about how violently, willfully, and viciously ran over an ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense based on the attached clip. It's hard to believe he's alive. Respectfully, the president's lying his ass off. That's not true. That's not true. Okay? The officer moved out the way and shot her. How's he in the hospital? For what? What am I missing? Somebody help me out. That's not what I saw the 5, now 6 times I'm watching this video. President, that's a lie. The other stuff he said, however, we got to man and woman up and ask ourselves, does the president and the GOP have a point when they talk about the verbiage, the rhetoric that's being spewed on the opposite side of the aisle when it comes to ICE agents and how they're being talked about? And is there any truth to the notion that serves to exacerbate a situation and incite people to go out there in respective sanctuary cities throughout this country, whether it's LA, it's New York, it's Chicago, it's Minneapolis, etc., Portland, Oregon, whatever? Does it incite people to go out there and engage in lawlessness against ICE agents?
And that's the reason why everybody is calling him out and he's playing victim to the situation because now he's trying to call out every single black person that's calling him out, right? And I got a few video clips I want to show you guys of Stephen A. Smith doing that. So let's check out these video clips right here. Then I'll be right back with some more commentary. Here's the video. And if you can, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help support my YouTube channel and I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Black people don't like me? I'm from Hollis, Queens, bro. I'm from the streets of New York City. I go to the streets of America everywhere, all over this country. I'm inside and outside arenas. I'm inside and outside local businesses and stuff like that. I'm the ambassador for HBCU Week in concert with Ashley Christopher and other people. I've helped generate over 12,000 scholarships in excess of $150 million for black students. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I ain't just down with a fraternity. That's a brotherhood. All of them are my boys. I was raised by 5 black women, Joy. I have 9 nieces. I have 2 daughters. Everybody black. I still go on the Hollis. On the business side, ESPN takes our show, First Take, to HBCUs. Packed gymnasiums wherever we go. Black people don't like me? You sure? Walt Disney and HBCUs, when we start going on tours every year. We've been to Delaware State. We've been to Bethune-Cookman. We've been to Norfolk State. We've been to Winston-Salem State. We've been to Savannah State. Oh, yeah.
So Stephen A. Smith responded to some of the backlash, and I want to go over that with you guys. So let's check out this clip right here. And if you can, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help support my YouTube channel.
With the very organization that I work for, that you accused me of being paid by just to talk about white, just to talk nastiest things about black people. What about what I celebrate? Because I have to address stuff that pretty much nobody wants me to address. They want me to leave it alone because their attitude is you just give fodder to folks. Folks are looking for clicks and stuff like that. I'm not going to classify the people I'm talking about as individuals just searching for clicks. They're accomplished individuals in our profession, in my profession, as well as in politics. And because of that, I'm going to show them a level of respect they certainly haven't showed me. But I'm certainly going to speak on the issues that they've addressed. I'm talking about Joy Reid, formerly of MSNBC. I'm talking about Don Lemon, formerly of CNN. I'm talking about Representative Jasmine Crockett, who for some reason, once again, went on social media to denigrate me. There's no other way to put it. So let me get started with a couple of things first. Joy Reid decides to put out some videos of me talking about keeping receipts because she wanted to put forth a compilation of me talking about black people and comparing that to me talking to white people like Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro and people like that. I'm not getting into that. That's nonsense. You can clip and edit any way you want to and contextualize things in your own way. I'm not falling for that. But what I would like to do is address the incentive and the motivation that appears behind the attacks that they have aimed in my direction. First order of business is Joy Reid. Joy Reid was on a podcast. I believe it's my former colleague Kerry Champion's podcast entitled Naked. And listen or look at what Joy Reid had to say about me, and I'll read it to you. You got $100 million for a show with half my ratings at my worst. They're paying you, meaning ESPN, because you are willing to say the nasty things about black people that they want to say. You're willing to take their denigration of black women and put it in the mouth of a Negro, end quote. Before I address what Joy Reid, what I just read to you, came out of her mouth on that podcast, ladies and gentlemen, this woman is of the mindset that somehow, some way she's been insulted by me.
So that's what Stephen A. Smith said, man, in response to, you know, everybody talking about his blackness and pretty much trying to revoke his black card. And he's standing on business when it comes to that. But a lot of people are still going to call him out because, like I said, he's playing both sides of the fence, especially when it came to the situation with the ICE thing. You know, it's like at some point, you know, you got to stand on one side when it comes to something. And, you know, with the ICE situation, he was trying to defend the woman, but then he also defended the police as well. That's why everybody started calling him out and stuff like that, man. So, yeah, I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. We'd love to get your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one. And we all guys. Peace.